Hi, welcome to SkyPilot Faith Quest. I'm Dan, this is Quark, and we're your co-pilots for today's spiritual adventure. So let's blast off. So I want to share with you a fundraising email that went out from Donald Trump recently. And Quark, why don't you read it? You know, in his voice.
I reached out last week about my Citizens Only survey. Your file says you're a top MAGA patriot, but my records to my survey still say response pending. Don't tell me you're an illegal alien. That cannot be true. This is your final moment to prove me wrong, Chris, please. Are you a proud American citizen, or does ICE need to come track you down?
Now, I know that some of you will argue, this is a joke. You know, it was meant to be funny. Don't take it so seriously. So let me respond up front to that. From conservatives to liberals, and throw in moderates as well, does anyone in our nation think the death of those two American citizens in Minneapolis was funny? And that's the backdrop. That's the lens through which many, even his supporters, are reading this email. So I think we can agree it's not funny. And if you think it is, then really, seek some professional help. So here's the even more disturbing thing about this pitch. It's not normal political fundraising, it's coercion, poorly veiled as a donation link. A president should be persuading citizens with ideas and vision, not threatening them. Notice that this letter speaks of a database, your file says, and then escalates into fear. Response pending. Don't tell me you're an illegal alien. And then asks clearly, does ICE need to come and track you down? That's not policy. That's not vision, unless your vision is for a police state in our nation. And remember, this is aimed at his own supporters. This message is basically prove your loyalty by giving. And if you don't, then you're a suspect. That's a loyalty test backed by the threat of deportation, with ICE used as the political enforcement agency. Now, we all know Pastor Niemöller's warning. You may not know his name, but he wrote the famous poem at the end of World War II that started, "First they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out." We know how that poem ends, right? It ends with silence. It ends with, "and then they came for me," and he acknowledges, "and there was no one left to speak for me." That's exactly what this email is. It's conditioning. It's training you to accept that your safety is a subscription service, and your loyalty is the only thing keeping the state away from your door. Today, the weapon is a database and the threat of ICE. But if you accept this fear now, if you accept this threat now, what will you be willing to accept tomorrow? So listen up, my MAGA friends. You thought the weapon was pointed at them, at the rest of us. But look at the email that's in your hands. It's pointed at you. The coercion has turned inward. The call is coming from inside the house. So just some friendly advice. Speak up now. Well, before there's no one left to speak up for you. Thanks for joining us here today and being part of the SkyPilot Faith Quest community. This is a great place to ask questions you wouldn't feel comfortable or safe asking in other places. And remember, the sign of a strong faith, solid religion, or healthy spiritual journey is not certainty, but that you keep asking questions.